Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today, against my better judgment, I am reviewing another wrestling figure. So we'll get a good, 12, 13 views off of this. But WCW is my jam. Like, that's my favorite. The Monday Night Wars WCW era is my favorite era in wrestling. And Lex Luger is such an important part of that history. So even though I've got a couple of Lex Luger figures that I'm really happy with, this is the definition of ultimate. I will never need another Lex Luger figure. Like, this is exactly in my brain what Lex Luger looks like. It's an important moment in time. It's possibly the most important moment in time for Lex Luger. So with my soft spot for WCW, even though I wasn't the biggest Luger fan in the world, in hindsight, he was such a critical part of WCW, one of the WCW mainstays until he joined the Wolfpack. But I mean, by that point, nothing meant anything anyway. So I needed this Luger figure. I really did. This is a Walmart exclusive, part of the Monday Night Wars. This is representing August 4th, 1997. And the importance of this story is, for 463 days, World Heavyweight Champion Hollywood Hulk Hogan, who is scumbag trash, we hate Hulk Hogan, and the New World Order ran roughshod over WCW night after night. Finally, on the 100th episode of Monday Night Nitro, which nobody says Monday Night Nitro, it's just Monday Nitro. A hero in the form of Lex Luger dealt a critical blow to the NWO when he made Hogan submit and brought the title back to WCW. Height 6'6" from Chicago, Illinois. Finisher, torture rack, career highlights, WCW World Heavyweight Champion, WCW United States Champion, and WWF Champion. I realize that's not what we're here for today, but we can't forget his days as the Narcissist, which have also gotten a couple of great figures. So Luger is a critical part of that era of wrestling history. And, he's still around and has gone through, life has dealt him some rough hands, and the guy has really just embraced life to a degree that you don't always see. He is an inspiration to see now. So, he's Lex Luger, man. He is awesome. And also this physique. And I think that's the reason why I say I wasn't really like a Luger fan. I wasn't a body guy. I never cared. Like, don't get me wrong. I was impressed with guys like Luger and Goldberg or whatever, like when they were all super jacked. That was impressive to me. I recognized that it was something I could never achieve, but I was just never really fans of those guys. That was not a quality I was looking for. The bodybuilder wrestler guy. So that's really, if that was your main defining characteristic as a wrestler, then chances are you just weren't one of my guys. And that's fine. But it's also, especially now when I look back on all my years of watching wrestling and knowing, and these championships look great, and knowing just more from a practical standpoint about the business than I did back then. The discipline of being on the road all the time and maintaining a physique like this for, 10 or more years? So when did... Luger was around in 90, right? And he looked like he looked because he showed up for at least 10 years. Luger looked how he looked. And we're not going to discuss how he looked like he looked, but regardless of the whys, there was discipline involved in this. And that, to me, is impressive. So we've got a couple of removable hair pieces here, which as long as they slot into place well and the seams aren't too crazy, I'm all on board. He doesn't have a neck, and his face is a different color from his body. So right off the bat, we got a couple of problems. And it does not have, like, look at that. That does not match. He just forgot to put that tanner on his face, I guess. Yeah, he needs more of a neck. That's rough. So I wonder if all of these heads are going to be like this. So he's also got the ponytail hair. Probably not going to use this one because in my mind, that's not the look. The ponytail is the look. I don't know which face I'm going to go with. Probably the most expressive one, which is not that one. And look, this is a great portrait. That is Luger. I kind of wish, I get what they're doing with this little piece, wanting to have the it is part of the sculpt, but that makes this seem much more noticeable. I wish they just extended the hairpiece down right here. And to the naked eye, again, we're in super zoom right now. To the naked eye, that seam is not as apparent as it is in this video right now. Man, that portrait looks great, though. So I love that one. I feel like the smiling portrait might be the winner for me. Yeah, I really like that one. But I'm going to leave that one on. But then we've got the super flexing, Lugered up, like ready to go. And that is just tremendous. Here, let's put the hair on that so it doesn't look quite so bizarre. There we go. I mean, that's awesome. But I think I like old smiling Lex. Boy, he really just doesn't have a neck at all. I feel like they kind of, although his lats, I don't know. Not lats, traps. His traps are super giant. I don't know, the head just seems a little off to me. Physique-wise, I mean, the physique is great. I know opinions vary on the way they've chosen to do the articulation, the waist nobody's opinion varies on the waist articulation. That's terrible. In 2025, this is inexcusable. Put a ball joint on that waist. This just is ridiculous. One of the Ultimate Macho Mans, the waist did not move. I would prefer that because we've got plenty with the torso here. Some folks don't like this. And to me, it comes down to, well, it's an action figure. This is not like a real doll, like of a person. It is an action figure. You are going to have seams in the articulation. And this, to me, is no worse than the old Ab Crunch joint. It just is what it is. Could those arms be a little bigger? Could his arms be a little more jacked? What do you think? I mean, they're pretty good, but I think they could be a little bigger. And then, again, this goes back to something I was talking about with a more recent wrestling figure review, is you have to... the Legion of Doom, or Road Warriors that I reviewed from Ringside Collectibles. You really have to judge these by modern action figure aesthetics, and Mattel has set the standard, but all Mattel figures have these long, too skinny legs, and that's just how they are. To me, the Power Town figures have the perfect physique, but unfortunately, they're too big to fit in with the Mattels. So it looks great. I mean, this is Lex Luger. This is when I picture Lex Luger in my head, this is the guy that I picture. And this is, like I said, ultimate. I will not need to buy another Lex Luger figure. He comes with, he's got some swappable hands. He's got open hands, fists for punching. He has got the NWO Defaced World Heavyweight Championship. And I really like the way it's not that bright gold. This looks to me, it's a more yellowish gold. But this more looks like what these championships look like. Now, I still hate this peg system that everybody's using. I think this looks awful. Because when you put it over their shoulder, like there's no way for this not to just look terrible. But the NWO looks great. I know there were differences in how it was spray painted on. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head if it should be a lowercase n or a capital N. My instinct is to say that it's a small capital N on the real version because I think they stylized the lowercase n on like the t-shirts and stuff. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you do know. But just be aware, I don't really care. Because I don't think I'll be displaying him with this championship because part of that key moment was Luger wiping that NWO off, that defaced championship. Luger took his little towel and he gave it a little scrub, and washed that NWO away. And quite frankly, at that point, it might have been best if the NWO had been washed away. But and unless you think there's some kind of color change, there's not. I just a little swap there. That's the extent of my prestidigitation skills. It involves pausing a recording. But this championship looks great to me, and that is going right around Flexi Lexi's waist. Did anybody call him that? Didn't Heenan call him that, maybe? I'm not positive. All right, so that goes there. I think, well, now he looks naked, which is weird. Maybe we set that up just a little bit higher. But I think I want to have him doing... Maybe I do want the other head on him. Just because it's so much more expressive. Or, no, you maybe we get him flexing with the championship, like a little victory. I'm going to have to go back and watch what happened after he won the championship, because I do not remember off the top of my head how he lost it or what happened. Like, I don't remember what kind of run he got. I do not think it was significant. Something like that on the shelf, maybe. Just showing off. Look at this. Lex Luger finally with that championship. I think that's probably what I'm going to go for. But yeah, this is just, is it worth $33? Yeah, probably not. But it's part of the Monday Night Wars series. I was happy to find it in a store. And he's a piece of history, this guy. So it's cool to have a definitive Luger on the shelf. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, buy what you like.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.